hungry arms.
It's the cook up.
Oh, the hungry arms. Give me all the love I need.
Let's go. Yeah. Simpson, yeah. Yo. I was just a young fella when I saw the older dudes get.
Well, I'm not old, but you know, I'm 32 years old, so I've been around for a little bit. You know, I'm old enough to have bought Illmatic, the tape, off of the shelf when it came out. So
Yeah.
no, it's hip hop has just been a part of my life ever since, you know, I was young. I think what really got me into hip hop was probably Main Source, Breaking Atoms. That album was really instrumental in me loving hip hop and saying, you know what, this is the music for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened for a while and listened, and I was always a fan. But then it came time to where I wanted to be a part of it.
Mm.
And so in 1996, I decided I wanted to try my hand at making beats. You know, and first couple of years, my beats were horrible. Worst beats you ever heard in your life. I still have them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be relics one day. Somebody's gonna dig through my stuff and I got it, and then be like, "What's this?" But yeah. So I started making beats and been making beats ever since, man. And for a while, I was just kind of like a bedroom beat maker.
Yeah.
You know, where I didn't show anybody anything. It was just something I did behind closed doors. And I didn't really start showing people stuff till probably like 2006, 2007.
So 10 years.
So yeah, it took about 10 years. I was just doing it, you know, for my friends and, you know, the people around me. And so really about 2007. Actually, I quit from 2005 to 2007. I was done. I wasn't gonna make music anymore. I was like, for what? You know,
Yeah.
Nobody's listening to my, you know, this type of music anyway. Then I found a lane, and I was like, you know what? There is people listening to this type of music. People love real hip hop. So I started back in 2007, and that's when I really started like showing people and kind of getting out there, and that's when I put out Skilled Trade. I don't know if you know anything about that, but yeah. Skilled Trade is like a unfinished collection of beats that I made from like the early 2000s. Like it's all unfinished, real. I don't know, just real. I hate listening to that album. People are like, "Yo, Skilled Trade," and I'm like, "Skilled Trade? Why are you listening to that? It's horrible. It's unpolished." So yeah, I put that out, and then I mean, the rest is history.
All right.
I mean, you know, Detroit. To me, Detroit has never left, but Detroit is on top of hip hop right now. We're on top, period. I mean, everybody's checking for what's coming out of Detroit. Anything new coming out of Detroit, whether we're in the States, whether it's you know, abroad over here in Europe or Australia or wherever, they're always checking for Detroit. Like what's new coming out of Detroit. We have the best MCs, we have the best producers, and we have the most feeling in our music. Like you can feel our music, you know. So Detroit is on top. And I don't see it going anywhere, you know, as far as that. And I would say Detroit, DC, and LA, you know, is where music is. It's where hip hop lives.
Had that with me, I might get them with that 50. They might frisk me, I might be clean, I might not be. Yeah, that's iffy.
Yeah, Detroit has a lot of character. I mean, Detroit is a impoverished city. A lot of people who are down and out. You know, don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of crime. You know, people are committing crimes to get things to feed their family. You know, and just a lot of things around you that influence your music.
Mm.
You know, the way the city looks now. There's a lot of abandoned parts of the city where, you know, it's really it's influential. There's a lot of character, but it's a great city though.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great city with a lot of good people, and it's on the come up. You know, it's getting better and better every day, and you know, but still, I was telling them, you know, the gloomy sky, like we don't have a lot of sun.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of gray skies, and you know, that's influential too.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you makes certain type of music that just
That you won't listen on Venice
it's
Beach.
real somber, man. Real sad type of music, man. So
Yeah.
Fall like snakes, I don't duck and tiptoe around the place. The foes buck and turn you to a pile of steaks.
I've known Guilty for about 4 or 5 years. We live, from the same city, so we see each other all the time.
Yeah.
At hip hop shows or just around, and we've been planning to do this album probably for 3 years.
Yeah.
But he was busy, I was busy. We couldn't get together to do this album, so it was just something that fit, and we both knew it. It was like, we need to make an album together.
Yeah.
And we need to sit down and just do this and take some time out and do it. So we did it. But like I said, I've known Guilty for a little while now.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy, real humble cat, and amazing MC, great person.
Yeah.
Period. So,
That's that realness.
Well, he came over my loft a couple times, and we sat there and we went through beats and what we wanted to put on the album, what we didn't, and narrowed it down to the ones that we did put on the album. We knew we wanted to have a lot of feeling on the album. We wanted people to react a certain way, and it was just the process was basically me making the beats and him writing to him, and then we got in the studio, and every other week we would get in the studio and lay 4 tracks, 5 tracks, and until the album was finished. We actually made, I want to say 18 or 19 songs.
Yeah.
But we kept the 15 on there that we wanted, and then
Will you
there it
release
is.
the leftover?
We did one already called Parkour.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them that we didn't put on the album. We have a couple more as well that'll be released. Yeah, we'll release it.
Yeah, you got
Make
to.
it hood, but I dress well, spotless. I charge for my ink blotches. That's how I keep deep pockets. And you wonder why.
It all depends, man. I dig.
Yeah.
I dig, and sometimes people know that sometimes I'll use an obscure sample that no one knows, that's really, really, really underground, dirty, that sometimes I'll use a sample that everybody knows. I don't care. Like, if it's a good song, it's a good song.
Yeah.
And so some people, people might give me a hard time, like, the song Reputation.
Yeah.
Because, Jay-Z used that sample about 15 years ago. So what?
Yeah.
15 years ago. Why not? I'm going to use it again. And I figure if I don't use it, somebody else will. So why not? I'll put it out. So I did that. But, I find my samples all different ways, man. I go digging a lot, records. I sample off of TV. I sample off of anything. If I can't find it, I'll download it from a blog, YouTube. It doesn't matter. I don't care, as long as it's a clean sample, and I can manipulate it however I want to. I don't care where it's from, but I dig. Mostly I dig. I go through records. So.
You shouldn't run your mouth near. We hear it all. We got clout here.
And I use the first of the softwares. I use Cool Edit. The program that I have came out in 1997. And it's a software program that came out in 1997, basically before all the software stuff that you see now. My program is not really made. It's not for making beats. It's for radio stations like here.
Yeah.
To cut commercials and drops, record drops, and 7-second delays and stuff like that. It's just sound manipulation software. And somehow I managed to make it into production software, which is not really for. So so that's what I use. I have a Roland XP50 that I used to use for bass lines, which I don't really use anymore. It's broke. All my equipment is broken. It's all old and broken. My computer is from college, when it was probably like year 2000. So my computer's about 13 years old. It only has
Really?
I have to erase stuff. I gotta erase stuff out of it to make a beat because it doesn't fit, and my speakers are blown, so I can't turn it up. Like everything. But that's how that's my system. That's I know how to manipulate music on that system, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I could buy new speakers if I want to. I can buy a new computer. I can buy all that stuff if I want to. I don't though, because I like the way it sounds, and everybody else does too. So why? It ain't broke to me, so don't, I'm not gonna fix it. It's good. So I'll keep it the way it is.
I might need Henny. I'm longer in the tooth, but I'm deadly as any. I'm mighty. Yeah, I heard you rappers don't.
I mean, everybody knows my biggest influence is DJ Premier.
Yeah.
DJ Premier is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time to me.
Yeah.
It's not a question. It's just, he's a big influence, and it just I admire him very much. So you know what I'm saying. So
You know that he's coming.
Yeah,
next
in a couple days.
Next
couple
Saturday,
days.
you get to
Yeah.
stay there.
It's a couple of days, man. I mean, I'm lucky enough to where I can go on my phone and call him if I want to.
Yeah.
So, that's. I don't need to see here and stay here and see him. I could see him in New York and go chill with him. But,
Will you try to do a bit together?
Oh, I would love to. That would be amazing. But it probably won't happen. I just like sitting and watching him. He's an amazing producer. He's been around for so long, and he's still making bangers.
That's right.
It's just, but him, and Pete Rock. Pete Rock is amazing. He's one of my favorite producers as well. And DJ Muggs. DJ Muggs is a big influence of mine. Obviously Dilla.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Ninth Wonder. I'm a big fan of No ID, Large Professor. Cats like that is just amazing producers.
Yeah.
Just with the heart of 10, bring 'em all, I spark them in. Just
A dice game, man. A dice game it's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's all about gambling, and basically our type of music is not the popular music. We're not the popular. We're underground. So anything that we do, and anytime we try to make some good music, some good hip hop, we're taking a gamble. And and even with a regular dice game, if somebody comes into a room with a pair of dice and is like, "Yo, let's play dice," and shoot dice. Everybody crowds around and watches the dice game. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted everybody to crowd around, and we wanted just everybody to crowd around and listen to what we have to say. Listen to the music, and feel it.
Yeah.
And as we take a gamble. So, and right now it's paying off. Me and Tori we see each other around at hip hop stuff, and all around the United States, and he does a radio show as well in New York, and I mean we just know each other, we're just around each other, and we'll probably work together in the future as well.
Great.
He's just a dope MC, really dope MC, and he's good at what he does. He's good at his craft, and he why not have him on my album? You know what I'm saying? Like, we wanted him on our album, and put him on that song. That was a perfect song to put him on too. Potatoes. It was a great song. And he killed it, like you said.
Yeah, definitely. I was
so
like, what?
There's no regrets there. No regrets at all. Same with Planet Asia.
Yeah, I was about to ask you.
Yeah,
that.
Asia. Asia's a really dope MC. He fit perfect on that song on Nasty, because he's a grimy MC. And he's always done that type of music. And you're like, yo, we got to get Asia and Guilty together on the track. Like, so that just sounded right. And before we even did it just sounded right. I was like, yo, let's do this. So I called Asia up and was like, yo, man, let's get you on this track, man. And he was like, he's down, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
So we made good music, and you'll also hear more from me and him in the future. So,
Yeah.
No doubt.
A lot of things for the future, right?
A
lot of things for the future, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You won't take rest.
Nah, man, rest when you're dead.
Math, I think about it now and laugh. Yeah, it's funny now, cause the brother getting money now. I can do no wrong.
On that album, no, that was it. Those were the only people we asked, and those are the people we got.
Yeah.
We didn't go for anybody else.
All right. Will you do a video clip to promote?
Yes, we're doing that as soon as we get back. It's all set up to be done as soon as we get back from from Europe. So.
And what track will you shoot?
We have 2 tracks in mind, but we're leaning towards Reputation. It's gonna be a home type of thing, you know, with a bunch of people from back home. So, you know, it's a track about Detroit. So we have a bunch of Detroit people in the video.
Great.
Peace to the home team. My peoples do their own thing. They letting more than a phone ring. We put the world on wing.
Yeah. I mean, there's one project in mind that I just finished. I just got the master back the other day, and I started a group album. I started a group from scratch called Ugly Heroes, and it's 2 virtually unknown MCs. One dude named Red Pill from Detroit, another dude named Verbal Kent from Chicago. I wanted to take a group. I wanted to take 2 MCs and myself and start a group from scratch. Start a brand and from the ground up, and see if we can build that brand and make it bigger. You know, and that was just kind of like a project of mine, something I wanted to do, and those were 2 perfect MCs to do it with, and the album is. I've never steered you guys wrong ever. This album is amazing. So I'm just telling you. Like I said, I just got the master back the other day, and I've been listening to it all day today, and I'm just like, man, this album's crazy. So, yeah. So that'll be coming out in May. May, yeah. That'll be coming out in May. And then everything else I got lined up for the rest of the year. That's all surprise stuff. That's stuff I can't really talk about yet. Some of it's not set in stone, and some of it is. I have another album that I already did that's done, and we mixed it in New York a couple weeks ago. That's done. I can't tell you who that is though. And so yeah, I think more things to come, man. Like I said, man, you sleep and rest when you're dead.
Yeah.
Right now it's time to work, man.
We're happy to hear that because you're gonna drop a lot of music that we're listening. So.
You know, I like to drop at least 2 albums a year. So
yeah,
you know, something. You know, I need to keep people listening, because if I don't, people are gonna forget about me. They're gonna forget about me, man. So I gotta keep it coming.
I'm like, damn, how could you not go hard? The top is ours, and I'm driven for mine. Let's go.
I create my beats to inspire just the listener, period. No one in particular, just anyone who will listen to them, you know, including myself. If no one else wants to listen to my beats, I will. I love my beats. So I sit there and I'll listen to them, and I like Clouds. I listen to Clouds all the time still. Yeah. So it's I don't do it to inspire any one type of person. Just the listener. I want the listener to. I want my music to be thought-provoking. Even the hard stuff, I want it to be thought-provoking. I want it to take you somewhere when you listen to it. So when you're listening to it, like Clouds, you just like, you just start thinking about stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that's what I want. And like I said, even the hard stuff, I want you to just, oh my God, like, yeah. So, but no particular one person, just everybody, just whoever wants to listen to it.
Okay. All right, I think we're done. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Call this liver, B8 juice, black licorice nasty. You can't outclass me, too much street savvy. I speak stern, picture me robbing a cabbie. I used to put rigs in baggies, and now I puff meds of algae. I crumple up pieces of bong hits and load them in my M420 and provoke more envy. Send me my dough in advance, you steal from me and leave with a hole in your hand. Yeah, the heater stay clipped up, your chicks a walking strip club. We throw it a show and she dance wherever. I better, I'm better, motherfucker fold. I'm doing rappers bold. I punch his lights out like damn, he out cold. I slaughter for my honor, you leave with head trauma. These are all we plan to hate. That shit is nasty. Say it again. Yeah.